move on to cybersecurity, the only reason most of us know our mother's maiden name. It's an increasingly important part of America's defence. And on Thursday, we saw why.
This morning, the U.S. government is struggling to assess the damage. Officials revealing possibly the biggest cyber attack on the U.S. government ever breached their critical computer networks.
OK, CNN, a hack into government computers is perfectly scary enough without adding leftover graphics from The Matrix. The problem is already huge without the spectre of a merciless kung fu quasi-Jesus in a duster jacket. The hackers broke into systems containing information for more than 4 million current and former federal employees, potentially hitting every federal agency from the Department of Justice all the way to even the National Marine Fisheries Service. Which means there could be an undercover fisheries officer right now whose information is in the hands of hackers. Sergeant Gillis, swim away! Your cover's blown! Get out of there! So, I have to know, who is responsible for this?
According to officials, evidence points to hackers working for the Chinese military.
The motive here may be to obtain personal information that can be used for blackmail purposes to turn some of those U.S. employees into spies, perhaps even for the Chinese, at least informants.
That's crazy. Listen, China, if you really want to blackmail Americans, you're going about this wrong. Don't bother hacking into government computers to grab our personnel files. Just get our browser histories and we'll turn traitor instantly. Because you can have our social security numbers, but there is no one on earth who would not betray their country to keep people from finding out that their last 5 Google searches were what country are dragons in, Ray Romano nip slip, sexiest cats, Tinder 1 year no matches troubleshoot, and uncontrollable farting cancer question mark. You want leverage, China? That's where you'll find it. And finally this week, Turkey, the country that's always much bigger than you think it is. Much like Tim Robbins. Did you know he's 6'5"? He's very big. Turkey's election was today, and the ruling party lost their majority. The election turned on too many issues to get into now, but there was one which I have to mention, because last week, opposition leader Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu accused Turkey's president, Recep Erdogan, of wasting taxpayer money on something truly ridiculous.
Opposition leader Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu accused the president of using taxpayers' money to decorate his bathroom, most notably with a golden lavatory.
Yes. He claimed Erdogan has a golden toilet. And that hurts, because on the list of offensive symbols of wealth, that is somewhere between having a servant carry you everywhere, piggyback style, and owning poor people touching gloves. It's a heavy accusation, which is why Erdogan hit back hard.
The president issued a challenge to the opposition leader. I invite him to please come and take a tour. I wonder if he'll be able to find such a golden toilet seat in any of these washrooms. If he finds it, I will resign from the presidency. If he can't find them, he will resign from his party.
Yes, you heard that right. He was offering a good old-fashioned loser-leaves-town Turkish toilet hunt. And those are some high stakes. Because normally the worst thing that happens when you can't find a toilet is you tie a sweatshirt around your waist and you quietly leave the house party. Now, sadly, the challenge was refused, which is a tragedy. Because what Erdogan was proposing was a literal Game of Thrones. All this power will be yours if you can find the fabled golden toilet. However, if you cannot...